Hello everybody, Larry and Ranger here. How you doing today, Ranger? He says he's okay. So we're going to talk about horse blankets and blanketing a horse. Some people don't believe in blankets. Some people do believe in blankets. I read that horses can regulate their own body temperature. But I like to blanket my horse because he's an Arizona horse. He's a thoroughbred. And here it is, middle of December, and he hasn't even grown a winter coat yet. I always like to wait till my horse grows somewhat of a winter coat, because if you start blanketing him too soon, he won't grow his winter coat. But he's also a thoroughbred, and they're not really known for having really thick winter coats. So I waited till now. He still hasn't grown his coat. It's getting pretty cold at night. So I decided to blanket him when it gets like in the 20s at night. Because he is an Arizona horse, and he's used to 100 degrees, 110 degrees. So the winter for us, even though it's in the 20s, is pretty hard for us. So that's what I like to do anyway. It's going to be in the 20s tonight, so I'm going to put a blanket on. So the main thing, make sure your horse is nice and clean. You don't want dirt or straw or hay stuck here, because when you put the blanket on, it'll be irritating to his skin. So he's nice and clean. Also, you want to get a waterproof blanket. Something that's pretty heavy, quilted, waterproof on the outside, especially when you get that freezing rain or snow. You don't want the blanket to make them colder and defeat the whole purpose of having a blanket. So I like this blanket. I like the extra accessories it has. Now I'm putting the blanket on. If your horse isn't used to it, you want to make sure you rub him down with it, like sacking out a horse. But he's used to it, so I can just throw it right on him. And there's a certain way you want to put a blanket on. You want to put the blanket up high and then push it back. This way, it makes his hair lay down. If you do it the other way and pull it up, you're gonna make him uncomfortable, because the hair will be going in the wrong direction. So you put it on, pull it back a little bit, and up here, you want to make sure it's not too tight. So I'll kind of shake it loose a little bit. You want it nice and loose, but not too loose, because you don't want it to, like wearing a tight shirt with a necktie. You don't want that feeling on your horse. Then these straps crisscross. You want to make sure your strap is not twisted, because that could be uncomfortable for your horse. You want to make sure it's nice and flat. Crisscross. Crisscross. And you don't want this real snug. You want this loose, but not too loose. You don't want it so loose that if he rolls and he gets his foot caught in it and tears it all up, he'll possibly get injured. Now this has a nice feature that I like. There's extra accessory. This piece right here. And this kind of covers up those straps, which I think is a nice feature. And again, it's not real snug, it's not real loose, it's just kind of kind of there. How's that, Ranger? Is that okay? So, because your horse will probably roll in this blanket, and you don't want his feet to get caught up in anything. Tear the blanket and possibly get injured. So how do you like it, Ranger? I think he likes it. And it's very patriotic. And this one has a nice thing that covers his butt. Has these other accessories that go around his leg, but I don't use that. Seems like just more stuff that could get caught up and tangled. So I don't use this accessory here. I will tighten this one up though. It's a little too loose. Alrighty, so like I said, it's up to you whether you want to blanket your horse. I like to do it because he's an Arizona horse and does get pretty chilly. And it's good to have a shade where keep that cold wind and icy rain and snow off of him too. So that's it for horse blanketing. Y'all have a giddy up good day.